that Gabriela Bryan, ranked #1 in the world, would have the edge right now, but do not discount the talents of Sawyer Lindblad. This is her home break, so she's a wild card in this event. She kind of has some older brothers, Connor O'Leary and Leonardo Fioravante, and so she's got multiple access to a lot of great minds in surfing. But here we go. First wave ridden on finals day here at the Lexus Trestles Pro, Sawyer Lindblad. And her backside surfing has been stellar throughout the entirety of her professional career. I mean, she looks so comfortable and confident. I love that. You can hear the crowd. One more. So Sawyer Lindblad definitely has the crowd in the palm of her hand right now.
I love the way that Sawyer positioned herself on the apex of this peak, really allowing her that opportunity to stay in that critical section on that backhand. Her timing out here is so great. One thing I will note this morning that's going to be a little bit tricky for the surfers is that little bit of southerly wind and texture on the face, as we see the surfers just kind of trying to cut through that, and Sawyer did such a great job.
Awesome. Couple nugs out there for Deb. Well, it's been really fun just being in here. The energy's pretty locked in. Everyone knows it's finals day. They're getting their warm-ups in. I talked to Leandro Dora. Jack Robinson came running up the stairs.
Potential set rolling through here. Both surfers having a look at it. Sawyer Lindblad does have priority, and she is in the perfect spot. Here we go. Wave number 2. She fades left. Quick snap there to set things up way out on the open face. Two-stager roundhouse cut back right there. So pretty good so far. This wave could grow on the inside. There's the section she was looking for. Smashes it for the finish. Crowd goes wild.
Watch this little intricate look there. I mean, she wasn't really interested, but then also just fading that takeoff to put in this cuppy section. Definitely the emphasis for me, like you mentioned, this end turn. A lot of flatness through the middle of this wave. Nice opening turn, and then the finisher, just so knife sharp.
You can't be shy out here at Lower Trestles when it comes to using tactics, because Gabriela could have gone right on that one, but it just looked like Sawyer was in complete control of the peak. Not only a shakeup for the final 5, but also just a feel-good moment for Sawyer if she can defend one of the most powerful surfers on the championship tour, showing what she's got right now, Gabriela Bryan. But
look at the replay. So have a look at this opening maneuver. She kind of sets her rail, and right there she kind of almost has to wind up the windows just to regather herself. Does well to get that composure back. And then you can tell there's that little bit of texture in the face, and like we said, there's that long period swell and that remnant of the southwest swell along with the south wind. So there's a lot of elements at play here this morning, and I think on your forehand you got to stay in that cupped out section. Here goes Sawyer.
Sawyer Lindblad on her backhand, flying down the line on this right. It looks like it's growing. There's the critical section. Big snap, still flowing with speed. Huge turn for Sawyer Lindblad. I mean, so far this wave, above and beyond what she's done on her opening 2, she can get the finish. That was solid power.
And also taking this wave, and Gabby's probably, on the ski checking this wave out, and she had priority. So Sawyer really utilized her wave selection so well. I mean, this wave just drawing off the cobblestones a little bit better. One of the later waves in the set, kind of smoothed out from that wind texture. Love her timing on this wave. Those opening maneuvers look really like big standout moments on this wave. A clean little finish there. I think it's all about the connection that she had on these outside maneuvers, though. Just flowing through these maneuvers, super functional too, to keep her out on that open face.
I mean, that's about as good as a backside turn can get.
Super crisp. I mean,
And it projected her down the line, too. She got a speed burst after that first turn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was so functional. It was critical. That second maneuver, especially super critical.
So for Gabriela Bryan, who had a awkward moment on that wave, just couldn't really capitalize, she's got to answer back. And that's not the answer she wanted to give. This is kind of a weird heat so far for Gabriela Bryan. What's happening? We know how good Gabriela is, but again, Sawyer Lindblad is controlling this lineup. Deep bottom turn straight off the top. Powerful. Flying down the line. So much flow, perfect style. I mean, Sawyer Lindblad is peaking at the right time. She's already sitting on a 7.5. And by the looks of those first 2 turns, she might be matching that number, if not more.
Well, yeah, you know
San Clemente, rise up.
all the way through, extracted.
Really surfing, but you're playing it on your phone. It's good times.
Have a look at Sawyer Lindblad. This wave, 4th wave from Sawyer, every time she's got up, she's improved, and those 2 turns out the back are just perfectly precise placed maneuvers on your backhand. I think the way that she's taken off on this wave is really setting up, set herself up for major maneuvers. Just, yeah. Sawyer's surfing a perfect heat.
I mean, that was as clear an 8 as you can get. This opening snap, perfectly placed.
And you can tell, even on the bottom turn, I mean, watch, there's a lot of chatter on that face, and she's cutting through it so precisely, staying low, keeping that center of gravity low, really releasing that tail. I love that maneuver from Sawyer Lindblad. I think she does the best version.
Right back into it. Can Gabriela Bryan come back into this heat? So far, that's a negative. 4th wave rated. Only 1 score of note, and it's a 3.17. Meanwhile, and now for her to be moving through after taking down world number 1, we could see an incredible fairy tale story starting to develop.
Yeah, pretty rad. I mean, Tanner's the smile says it all. I think there's a lot of people on the beach super happy for Sawyer at this moment. Into the semifinals at her home break. That's a dream run.